One of the stages of the twin flame is reaching the wall. When separation occurs, someone runs away. Someone chases. This gives the impression of a large waiting room. Someone is waiting for the other person to calm down, finally say what's going on, and gain courage. There's not much going on in this state. Attempts to enter into other relationships do not work, and there is no change. There is even a feeling of the so-called glass ceiling. Whatever you do, it turns out that it does not make sense and does not bring the expected results. Sometimes we put expectations on ourselves. We assume that one day this person will just magically return to us. This is often accompanied by a feeling of emptiness and the expectation that as soon as this person dares to confess his feelings, our life will become colorful again. This person must ensure that this happens, even if we say that we are happy ourselves. When there is no twin in our life, we experience a feeling of emptiness and longing for something, even if we don't know what it might be. Some people remain in this state of laziness for years. It happens that someone feels this very strongly, even to the point that he treats the absent twin in his life as a manipulator, a person without feelings, and blames him for his situation. You can say that you take care of yourself, develop, and are active. But are you satisfied? Does what you are doing bring you satisfaction, or despite this, do you feel even more empty? If yes, then this is a signal that work is needed at a deeper level. Something clearly says that we need to change. The state of waiting and fading when nothing seems to be happening is also an important stage in the relationship of twin flames. This is no one's fault, and no one can be blamed for this state of affairs. This is a stage that needs to be understood and gradually overcome. Firstly, it is worth noting that it is a mistake to subconsciously wait until twin wakes up, and one day just come back and express his feelings. This definitely won't happen when you're bored or you've blocked yourself out, because our inner state perfectly reflects twins' behavior towards us. If we don't want to be abandoned, we should find ourselves. Emptiness is the result of many years of emotional neglect that we have experienced. First as a child, then in various ways. This is the absence of the right model. Genuine, real, nutritious relationships with parents, family, acquaintances, and friends. Being in the wrong environment, we learn to take the blame and admit that something is wrong with us. Many of us are not taught to contact ourselves at all. We don't listen to ourselves. We do not respect, we reject ourselves. We destroy ourselves in the same way that we were destroyed and sabotaged. In such circumstances, we cannot count on the fact that the twin will appear as a cavalier on horseback and save us. And from now on, everything will be fine. He's not a ticket to a better life. He has to show us what we need to do to get there. The reaching the wall stage of the twin flame has only one solution. Finally, you need to pay attention to yourself. Everything that we lost along the way, and maybe what was missing somewhere, will finally be in its place. There is a complete loss of illusions, expectations, and hopes for change. Contrary to appearances, this is good, because only in such conditions can we see ourselves and truly meet each other. Not who we wanted or expected to be, or someone told us we should be. In a state of emptiness, we notice that we deviate from our vision. For example, someone has long wanted to get married and have 5 children. Meanwhile, she is a childless single woman in her 40s after a series of failed relationships. This state is the moment when we see the naked truth about ourselves. And it's time to see it. It's not bad. In this state, we will hear a lot of unpleasant words, opinions, and judgments about ourselves, often completely unfair. But we have to understand that this is normal. I am not who I wanted to be, but this does not mean that I am worse. This is an intensive work on self-esteem, on how we see ourselves and whether we accept ourselves. If we don't have a sense of value, we won't be able to create the right relationship with our twin flame. This is the ability to set healthy boundaries for yourself and others, self-love, self-esteem, and a sense of self-importance. Stand up for yourself. The twin flames are not here to pat us on the back and prove our worth, and vice versa. Attempts to prove our worth to him will be futile if we are not convinced of our own. Therefore, we cannot expect long-term returns. The stage of stopping in the twin flame is, contrary to appearances, one of the most fruitful and activating on this difficult path, until we stop waiting for the other side to take a step and finally begin to resist ourselves. This stage is similar to the hatching of an egg. Dealing with the pain of twin flame separation can be deeply challenging, but there are several strategies and insights that can help manage and alleviate this pain. Recognize that your feelings of loss and sadness are valid. It's important to allow yourself the space and time to grieve the separation. All the sacred sources mention that grieving is a crucial step towards healing. Many believe that twin flame relationships have a spiritual dimension. Understanding that the separation might serve a higher purpose in your spiritual growth can provide some comfort and a different perspective on the situation. Engage in practical coping strategies such as meditation, journaling, or speaking with a counselor or spiritual advisor. These activities can help you process your emotions more effectively. Sometimes, sharing your experience with others who are going through similar situations can be incredibly supportive. Consider joining support groups or online communities of people experiencing twin flame separations. Use this time apart to focus on your own personal development. Engage in activities that enrich your life and improve your well-being, such as learning new skills, exercising, or pursuing hobbies. Engaging in guided meditations specifically designed for twin flame separation can help soothe the emotional pain and bring about inner peace. Maintain a positive outlook regarding the future. Healing from the separation might eventually lead to a reunion, and staying hopeful can be emotionally beneficial. Each of these strategies can help navigate the challenging waters of twin flame separation, promoting healing and personal growth during this difficult time. The better we treat ourselves, our body, and respect ourselves, the better it affects the relationship with our twin flame. There is not always a desire to confront our greatest fears, anxieties, and insecurities. But once we do that, our inner strength will increase significantly. In conclusion, I would like to remind you that every separation is not only a challenge, but also an opportunity for growth. Separation from a twin flame, though seemingly unbearable, holds deep meaning and provides a unique chance to deepen your understanding of yourself and your desires. Remember that love is as much about presence as it is about absence. It teaches us to appreciate moments together and find strength in moments of loneliness. Your journey through the pain of separation is a journey of self-discovery, of realizing your wholeness and independence. Your twin flame will always be a part of you, but your own wholeness and happiness should not depend on someone else. Use this time to engage in self-development, find new hobbies, meet new people, and perhaps discover new horizons for yourself. Let each day bring you something new, something that makes your heart beat more often despite the temporary pain. And in the end, remember that separation is only a temporary condition. The universe works in mysterious ways, and if your twin flame is truly meant for you, the paths will converge again at the right time and place. Until then, allow yourself to live a full life filled with love for yourself and the world around you. So go forward with an open heart and faith in the future. Your story is not over yet, and the brightest pages are yet to come.